What is going on, people? Welcome to McLaren Fan TV. I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't this be on the McLaren Fan TV channel? You're absolutely correct. But YouTube tried to buoy us off. Yeah, they tried to power us and tell us we can only start streaming from tomorrow. But don't worry, content will be there. Content will be going on there over the next couple of days. So don't worry about that. But this is definitely the final show on Peter on Paul. I'm joined, people, by my co-host, Mahad. Wagwan, my G.
Hello, people. Hello, wonderful people. This is supposed to be the relaunch, but we messed it up immediately. But you know what? we get by. We get by.
We take inspiration.
I don't know this stupid 24-hour
bro.
rule. We couldn't know. Do you know what? We couldn't delay the stream. We didn't want you guys waiting another 24 hours to hear us. You know what I'm saying? So from next week, definitely you're gonna see McLaren Fan TV on the McLaren Fan TV channel. You get what I'm saying? And we will be uploading this episode and previous episodes on the new channel. So subscribe to that new channel now. But I'm wonderful. How are you doing, PR? It's been a great weekend.
Oh, finally, something to enjoy, huh? Something to talk about, something to be happy about this weekend. Outside Generous Dave, man said it's a howler.
It's a howler.
It's a Ferrari still. I'm not going to lie. We've done a Ferrari. I'm not going to lie. But yes, we are live. We got Daniel in the chat as well. But yes, man, look, as it shows on the banner at the bottom, Norris P4, Danny Ricciardo P5, bro. Did you expect this to happen come Friday and Saturday when I'm seeing man like Danny Rick out in Q1? Like, what?
Okay. All right. Saturday, no chance. I didn't think that Danny would recover. Maybe you can get a young P10 in that. But a P5. A P5.
Shocking.
Hey, listen, we came through with the upgrades. Upgrades are working.
Hello.
Are working.
Hello.
Maybe Danny wasn't particularly good in mixed conditions because of the qualifying and it caught him out. But I think in dry conditions, he would have got into Q3 as well. So it's positive steps.
Do you think like the rain at Singapore kind of took away from what kind of a spectacle it can be? Because we ain't been to Singapore for a couple of years, and obviously you get a bit of the nostalgia. You're thinking, yeah, this is going to be a lit race. It's got good overtaking. I mean, it's tough, but it's a good racetrack normally. And I thought when the rain came, I thought, ooh, little spice. But then when I look back at it now, I'm thinking, I think it took it away. I think it took away from the race. What do you think?
It increased the kind of jeopardy of it. People still crashed out. People still DNF'd. But when you look back on it, only Verstappen, George Russell, and K-Mag were the only people that did overtakes on track.
True.
That stinks.
That's
that
crazy.
Proper stinks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching the race and I was like, this is a boring race, you know.
Yeah, it went on. It went
on.
It
was all for time. And I watched it afterwards. You get me? I didn't even watch it live. I watched it afterwards. I watched it on Channel 4 and I was like, this is long. This is like
I couldn't lie. I had to flick between United getting pammed and then jumping on that Formula 1. I can't lie. I was drinking it in, man. I couldn't lie to you. But yeah, I agree with you.
I was in the Ops Stadium, man. I was in the Ops
Stadium.
You was in the Ops. I was at
Tottenham
Hotspur Stadium. Watching the Vikings.
It's okay. It's okay. You was watching the NFL. That's okay. That's okay. I could forgive. Yeah, we can forgive. But yeah, the Vikings obviously they done their thing in there as well. They were at the Emirates on Saturday. Funny enough, they were there on Saturday as well.
Yeah. So one last minute kick, but that's the reason I didn't watch the race live, and I would have been pissed if I watched the race live because the rain delayed the race by an hour. So you're sitting there for an hour, then all the safety cars, all the crashes, and all those delays as well. It was a long race. You know when it's a long race when the timer comes out.
Yeah,
I didn't even see it lapse.
No, for real. It's one of them ones where, like, I remember I had to try and pattern just to watch it, yeah? And, like, obviously, life is life, and you get busy. And, like, so when man said, hey, yo, missus, 2 o'clock, the race starts in it, so let me just quickly. And when I jumped in at 2 o'clock, nothing's going on. I said, nah. I said, this is dead, bro. I thought, okay. No, in fact, 1 o'clock. Then it was like it moved to the 2 o'clock, and I said, this is a stinker. So man had to come back and try and watch that. But, yeah, I didn't watch it in peace. But, boy, I didn't miss much. I mean, it was one of those, I got over the nostalgia of being back at Singapore. I got over that really, really quickly. But yeah, I don't know, but it's such a shame. I think, Generous Dave is saying, the track needs to dry up a bit. Would we have got better racing had it been dry?
We'll never know. I think a lot of people didn't want to go on the wet patches to do overtakes, apart from Verstappen for some reason. And then Verstappen and Russell were moving mad when they were trying to do overtakes. So, but then I tried to think, is it an overtaking track anyway? Not really. I think maybe we've just had that whole period of delay. We haven't seen it since 2019. We had the nostalgia feeling, like you just said. it's not really known for crazy, exciting races. It may be battling at the front. Even the last race, we saw the battle at the front with Perez and Leclerc. So it does have some sort of jeopardy involved. It's not like a Monaco where nothing can happen, whatever. If you make a mistake, you're going to get dunked on. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But the rain kind of took it away. So many howlers from so many drivers. I learned a lot watching that race. Because this is I want listeners, viewers, everybody watching. I want you to know, this is what sorts out the men from the boys, these races, when it's changing conditions, for sure, tough out there. Every single corner you got to concentrate. It's humid, it's hot, it's serious tough conditions. This was already one of the toughest races, and then they put them on in the wet. So the people that didn't do well and the people that did do well, you think we saw some true colors? We saw some true colors. It's an equal playing field, those type of conditions still. So we saw some big howlers. We saw some people just going into the wall for no reason. I mean, Dave's saying, Dave's mentioned Mercedes there. They had a stinker, and Lewis. I mean, you can't even really give Lewis, George the lot. You know what I'm saying? Them man there, every single man just stinking out the joint, right? Lewis on Saturday was outstanding. For sure.
Oh God, yeah. I can't lie. I was kind of pushing for him to get that pole. I thought, let's mix this up. Let us see what he can get.
He was so close as well.
He was close. He was very, very close. Whether he would have held it up. Dave is on fire at the moment. My man said, "Can we get Latifi out of it?
Get Latifi out of it, out of this sport." Did you see what he did to Joe? I don't even know what I'm watching. I genuinely don't know what I'm watching anymore. You know them ones where it's like you handed in your notice, you don't care about your job anymore. That's that move.
Did he not have the same thing with, was it Stroll last year or in 2020, where he just didn't look at his mirrors and literally they had there was a massive crash, they just clattered into each other through it was unprovoked.
Not looking at your mirrors, brother, is an absolute joke thing.
That's a howler. That's an absolute.
I felt sorry for Joe because Joe did all right. You know, when I kind of heard, like, when I was because I didn't watch the race live, I heard, Joe crashed out. I thought Joe had a howler, but I was thinking Joe don't usually crash out. What's that about?
No, he doesn't really.
Then I saw it and I said he was the victim of terrorism. He was an absolute victim of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? There were some people that were trying to do terrorism. Yeah, a la George Russell. He was moving mad as well.
See George.
He was like, I dare someone come near me. That's what he was driving.
George
Russell.
I dare someone to come near me. George Russell. I mean, even what was it? Verstappen on was it Norris or Ricardo after the safety car? And my man literally smashed it into our McLaren, bro. We could have had one McLaren on a DNF.
Oh no, Max was moving mad as well.
He was moving.
Hey, do you know what? I want people to notice something. Yeah, Lando Norris purposely put that guy on the wet patch. He purposely put him on the wet patch, and then he went straight. You know, like them ones where you got who's the guy that in Spain that gets the ball and he's got the red flag?
Yeah.
He set man up. He said,
set him up.
You know what? I know when they were going around the safety car, he's like, I know there's a wet patch there. You know what I'm saying? Let me leave the door open and see what happens. And this guy, his first opportunity, it's like a dog when he sees food, bro. First opportunity he got to do an overtake, he did it, went into the wet patch, went straight on. Lando cooked him. And he defended him in a slower car for how long?
No, for real, honestly. Like I don't want him to be too good, man. I'm getting nervous, man. Teams are gonna start getting itchy. Teams are gonna get itchy out here, brother. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Brother, this was called this. Let's be honest, right? This channel thus far is Lando Norris Fan TV at this moment.
Oh, for this season, yes. Definitely.
Let's be very clear, right? But we are at the verge of watching a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with the machinery he has, look at what he's doing with it. You know what I'm saying? How many times has Lando Norris? I mean, the fact that he just sits P4, he's got us P4 in the constructors. Obviously, big up Danny because his helping hand made us overtake Alpine. Yeah, Bun Alpine. Where am I? Yeah, Bun Alpine.
Is that your name? Bun Alpine. Yeah.
It's time. It's time. Listen, we got 5 races to go.
You don't need to say Bun Alpine because their engine's already doing it.
You hear Alonso, man. Man said I could have had 60 more points. The amount of times I've gone off this circuit, off the races this year. He said it's 60 more points. You know, this guy is hilarious. He said I've counted. They've costed me 60
Lando's
points.
got 100 points.
Yeah, fantastic.
It is mid-car.
Fantastic. I need to meet that man. I want to meet that man and give him a handshake that lets him know you are carrying this franchise. Let's be very, very clear. Let me go through some of these comments as we continue talking on. Wet weather on a city track snooze fest. Interesting, because I'd like to see what Baku's like. I'd like to see, you know, I guess Monaco would be a slog. I mean, you know, there are some circuits where it's not happening. I expected Singapore to be lively for the fact there was rain, and it's such a shame how it turned out.
It's a quality.
I don't know if everybody was feeling the same. You know, when I heard the storms are coming, I said, "Yeah, all right, boy, let's get into this." And then, we got what we got. And only 14 was it? 14 cars finished. It was hella DNFs.
When are we gonna get a wet race start, please? In terms of wet tires. Is that just died off now? That don't exist.
You know what? Like it's part of this woke life, isn't it? Like you to start on wet tires, it's almost against the law. Like it's immoral now. Do you know what it was? What makes you think in 2022 we're gonna have wet tire starts? No chance. No chance.
Doesn't Pirelli gassed it and said it clears X amount of water and so on. So
of course, Pirelli
clear the water then, isn't it? Put
clear
the wet tires on and let them clear the water. That's the only way we can get something interesting going on here and sorts out the men's and the boys. I used to watch races where it was absolute monsoons.
It was a joke. Like when I think of Spa, I think of places like Spa or Sepang, Silverstone. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some places where you just think, yo, this is treacherous weather. Like this weather is torrential. It's mental. And we're going. Do you know what? We're going. Like I remember that famous crash that Coulthard and Schumacher had back in the day. I think it was in Spa, wherever it was.
They couldn't even see.
Man can't see for nothing. Now you could probably see much better in these conditions. Oh no, but we can't. We're going to delay the race now.
What's the wet tire for then? I don't understand what the wet tire is for.
That's a great
question.
We
should just have inters then. Well, why do
That's a great question. What is the point of the wet tire?
I know we did the wet tire start in Monaco, but that was behind the safety car. If you can't put wet tires on and have a grid start, what's the purpose of the tires?
Facts. It's a great question. That's a fantastic question. One that needs to be answered because we're too woke now for wet races. That's what Belgium last year, we could have started. We could have gone. We could have kicked off. We didn't have to wait. I remember was it the first year? Was it the pandemic year when we was in Austria and quali? It was raining and this yellow helicopter had to go up in the air, see if it's safe. I'm thinking, what are we doing? What are we playing at here? Let's get on with the racing, okay? This is why we came. This is what we came to see. Don't matter whether it's raining or snowing or whatever. We come to race. Anyway,
it's reduced the jeopardy of the sport.
Absolutely. Jeopardy is part of this sport.
There weren't really jeopardy in this race like that. We could talk about, there was a mix-up grid because of quali, which it really wasn't because of bad Q3. It was drying up. But it was very much a strategic type of race. And guess what? McLaren strategy on point. I don't usually say that.
Here we go. Hey, what? James Key, coming through with the
James Key came with the upgrades. Strategy came true. Drivers came through. I have no complaints.
Bro, like I have no complaints. I mean, obviously Q1 though, innit? Because I was sitting there, you know, like you put a tweet out saying, yo, all this upgrade to be 19th in practice. I'm thinking, nah, we can't go through another weekend discussing half of the grid being okay and the other garage being terrible. We can't be doing it again.
I got suckered into practice hype. I don't usually pay attention to practice, but I was thinking we got upgrades and went 19th. Why the hell is Norris the guy with the upgrades on his car? Daniel don't even have upgrades on his car.
No,
Norris had the upgrades.
No, he didn't. And
that's why is Norris slower than Daniel? Was that huh?
What do you think of that though? So are the upgrades actually that good? Seeing as Danny didn't go on those upgrades. Big up Nathaniel, by the way. Big up Nate on the channel as well.
The pace difference was insane. Race pace difference was insane between the two.
As in,
especially
like
when especially the last stint when Daniel was on softs.
Went on softs.
And my Lando went on mediums.
Yeah.
The pace differential was still crazy.
Yeah, I guess it was.
The upgrades worked.
Upgrade did work.
Lando was lapping very close to Sainz. It's very, very bad. You can't be lapping close
honestly,
to
honestly, how many more laps did we need for that podium finish, man? How many more laps did we need, man? Honestly, because I felt like, or even just like
we dropped off. Something happened. Something
kicked off.
Anybody in the audience? No, I think something happened to Lando. I think they told him something on the radio.
And he didn't. Yeah, he didn't say anything post race because I was looking for something from him. He didn't really say much post race, but they just both Danny and Lando just seemed happy and trying to make me feel emotional, bruv. Like, why all of a sudden now is Danny and Norris all like, you know what I'm saying, giving us the feels when we know Danny's leaving? Like, do you know the ones? Like, I was sat in there like, listen, I wasn't feeling sorry for him. I wasn't like, oh, let's take him back. I wasn't thinking any of those things. However, this is now like, it's almost like, oh man, this is gonna be sad. Like, how is he not having a seat next year? Is confusing to me.
I don't know why he's not being considered. That's the problem. I'm hearing
no linkage,
Williams.
Nothing.
I'm hearing Williams and I'm hearing Mick. I'm like, if you're gonna pick between Mick and Danny, come on, bro.
You're absurd.
Let's be serious here, man.
Be serious.
Be serious. But
it
really depends on what Daniel Ricciardo is demanding financially. Because as a team, he can't demand 15 million anymore. It's over. Them days are over, bro.
Surely the Alpine seat is his. Surely.
No way. Gasly's is done, man. Nick de Vries, AlphaTauri, Gasly to Alpine. That's a done deal, man. So that Alpine door is closed. He's got Williams and Haas left.
Damn, that's not a good choice.
Personally, he should have pushed for that Alfa Romeo seat because Alfa Romeo are decent.
Yeah, you've been silently waving that flag for them. Still, you've been talking about that Alfa Romeo since the start of the season.
Only because Sauber's got that deal with Audi, and the future's kind of bright. So if Daniel was really strategic about the situation, their 2024 could look very different.
Fair enough.
If Daniel wanted to get into the position where they could possibly get race wins again and have a car that could possibly be up there, that's clearly a better move than a Williams and a Haas, because Williams and Haas, they're absolutely going nowhere.
No, absolutely. That's fair enough. Daniel Montiero says that the pit stops and crashes were the only things that were interesting in Singapore. You know, hopefully next year it will provide something different. No rain, maybe we'll see a completely different Grand Prix weekend. Formula Dino, big up yourself. I see you got a McLaren. Oh no, wait, it's a Red Bull guy.
No, but Formula Dino. Shout out to Formula Dino, man.
Big up Dino. Big up Dino, man. Big up Dino. So Singapore is a good pictures merchant. Never had a good race. Really? Is that true?
Think about it. I think the only good race was that one where Vettel and Alonso was like 0.2 of each other at the end. Where it was close.
I must admit, on the game, like playing the game, playing Formula One, you know, whatever year it is, right?
Yeah.
I've never enjoyed racing in Singapore. I can't lie. I don't enjoy it. I just find it long and boring. However, I thought it is a good race. I don't know why. There was always something going on. I think it's the scandalous stuff that happens that made me think.
The lights, man. It's like you know when you go to Vegas and you think Vegas is good, but it's just lights.
It's just like Vegas is just
the lights are tricking you, boy.
Oh dear. Maybe that's the case then.
So the quali lap is elite.
Yeah.
Qualifying is elite. Especially all the lots of 90-degree turns. I love the last corner. The last corner is a beautiful corner.
It's a good corner.
But I'm saying for actual racing with these boats of a car, no chance.
Yeah.
This race in like 2004 would be elite.
Yeah.
But there's just no way. You can't be. You're driving down public roads in boats. It's like Monaco.
Yeah, I mean, look, big up to everybody that's watching right now. All of you guys are viewing. Make sure you do smash the like button. We will be going onto the McLaren Fan TV channel from next Tuesday, sorry. But also videos will be going on there now. YouTube tried to par us. That's why we are still on the Peter on Pole channel, but content will be uploaded on the McLaren Fan TV channel. So don't you worry. And links will be going everywhere. You won't get enough of us. Okay, we'll be all over the gaff. Dino continues to say this is why Lando Norris is the greatest of all time. Of course, talking about his performance and talking about, you know, how good he was. He was phenomenal. You know, robbed of the podium in my honest book. Yeah, I think so. I think we can't disagree with you there, mate.
Do you know what? I was thinking maybe just Sainz was just slow, but I thought he had like an issue or something. I was like, please bring it down. Please let this engine
Oh,
blow up.
mate.
Please just go break up
Mate.
so we can get this third place, because he was absolutely miles off Perez in Leclerc.
Oh God, yeah.
This is a stinker of a performance by Sainz.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like for me, I always find Sainz as a very he kind of reminds me of Perez in a way. It's like he's very a conservative kind of driver. He does a lot better than people give him credit for and whatnot. But yeah, when you kind of looked at the, like as Nate is saying here, the way Charles performed in comparison to the way Sainz performed, this was not his circuit clearly. And I'd be intrigued to know what Sainz has done in Singapore in the last couple of years. He's been racing there.
Race, remember that race when it was Vettel, Raikkonen, and Verstappen that crashed out? That's
yes.
I think he finished like P4 or something like that.
Yeah.
He did well in that race.
Yeah. What team was he with? Was that Renault? Renault.
It was 2017. 2017 was that? 2018. I can't remember.
Ah, man, who knows? But I said, big up Daniel. Man said McLando F1 team.
That's it, McLando, man.
You know it is. Man said, is P4 still on? Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. Let me tell you that right now. It is frigging on because both Alpines DNFing and then both our drivers finishing in the top 5. I mean, Danny was saying that it's the first time this season he's been in the top 5. I was like, good Lord, what's going on here? But you got to take them while you can, because you know what? If you're an Alpine fan, you should be so vexed that you're not P4 and clear and not even like knocking on the door of Mercedes a little bit or whoever's going to finish third, right? Because really and truly, like as Alonso said, the amount of technical issues he's had, he said it's cost him 60 points. Now, we know Alonso is tongue-in-cheek, right? He's here to rinse. He rinses man all day, every day. But think about it. Like, how many times do they not finish a race? How many times in a season do they not finish? Ocon had an absolute shocker in qualifying and didn't finish the race either. That was definitely a day to forget. I mean, where are you? Do you think P4 is still on?
Well, for McLaren, P4 is definitely still on. The thing is, Alpine, both your engines blown up. So you man taking penalties or what? What's going on? Next race, you're gonna have to take a penalty, brother.
That's a good question. Because that's what I was asking. I said, hang on a minute. How many? That's engine 20, surely. Where are we?
Hey, Alonso's had more engines than I've had hot dinners. Tell you that right now. I'm telling you right now. So,
bro, in Australia, he was on like engine 4. Surely. I mean, come on.
And if that engine blew up and it's not recoverable, guess what? They're flying in an engine from Enstone to Japan right now.
You know when they'll have to make that commute, blood. We have to take a pit stop and then come over. Then
100%. Like
Singapore to Japan.
How both your engines have the same issue and blow up at the same time? Yeah. They've lost so much points due to reliability. Look, I remember Ocon's engine blowing up in Silverstone.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these guys?
Something ain't right.
We've only had 2 engine blowouts. I don't even think the first one was really an engine blowout. Remember,
was lit,
Ricardo in Saudi.
Yeah,
he was doing a good race that race.
Yeah,
and then Ricardo obviously in Monza. So
that's it. But you see, that Renault engine of Alpine, it's always been a failure. It's never a reliable car. Let's be honest.
No, I used
to watch. No, of course, yeah. Okay, 2010s and whatnot. Yes, but even when Ricardo went to Renault. Right, even when Ricardo went to Renault, I used to think, you know what, Renault's a good team, but it takes them a while to get over that hill. Like it takes them all season to finish 4th, right, or finish 5th, because they're always like P9, P8 for the majority of the season, and then they finish P5 or they finish really strong because they finally get that reliability sorted out. Because it's always reliability. How many times Hülkenberg, Sainz, Ricardo, Ocon, how many times were they having reliability? In the black and yellow days, they've always had reliability issues. That car has always been a mess since. Hence why Red Bull left.
What did they say at the beginning of the season? They said, "We're picking power over reliability."
Reliability.
Well, there you go. There you go. We got reliability. Guess what? We're ahead of you.
To be fair,
we got 129. You got 125.
To be fair, I remember you mentioning at the start of the season you'd rather have a fast car that's unreliable. Because at least you could try and fix that. Change my mind.
That's speak. And you know what? This season will determine it, actually. This season will determine it. If Alpine finish ahead of us, then it's power over reliability, isn't it?
Like, it's scary how far Alpine should have been. They should be gone clear because we've got one driver that doesn't even know what the points are, right?
We've got 129 points. They've got 125.
It's
Why is we only got one guy that's brought 29 points to us? Both their drivers are nowhere near 29 points. They're way above 29 points. This is a one-man carry job.
It's a shambles. I think someone's going to lose their job in Alpine if they finish 5th this year. Someone's going to lose their job because they got to ask the question: how?
You know what? I feel sorry for Gasly and Ocon next season.
Do you?
It's going to get scary for him, man.
Although I don't know if you looked at AlphaTauri where they are this season. I'm thinking to myself, what are you not playing with Williams for? Like they're 9th, bro. They're P9 in the constructors. What are they doing there? Like, I know Aston Martin, obviously, they picked up a few points, and in that end of the grid, any points can shuffle the pack. But, excuse me? AlphaTauri, P9? Where did that come from?
Them 3 teams stink, man. Williams has gone backwards. Remember Williams? God. Everybody's telling me Williams is going to finish 5th in the constructors. Where are they? They went backwards, dude. They're 10th. Huh? They got 6 points.
Where are they?
Albon carry job.
No, it's Albon is carrying. You know what I'm saying? Is even called carrying anymore? I don't even know what to say. But yeah,
do you know what? For McLaren, we're cooking. We're
Daniel's
on a good stream. If Daniel's able to carry on getting points here and there, you're talking about your 8ths, your 9ths, and so on, and Lando still performs as best of the rest.
Yeah,
we're gonna get decent points. We're gonna get decent points. I just hope that Alpine keep having reliability issues and keep taking penalties. It's really we've got 5 races left now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hammer time.
It's
now.
on. It's friggin' on.
Absolutely on. So, and I'm really glad that the upgrades seem like they're working because this is going to be a good base for the car next year.
Yes.
If we're just using this period of time, because remember, couple streams ago we were talking about, and we were told by McLaren there's going to be no upgrades for the rest of the year. This is back in Silverstone times.
Yeah, for real. I remember
because our last major upgrade was France. My man's come through now with a new floor, new side pods, new side skirts, whatever.
Yeah,
and I feel like we have to do that type of development at this moment in time because we need to have a good base for next year because we've been catching up this whole year because of the whole brake issues at the beginning.
Absolutely.
So we've been at a disadvantage to everybody else. So if we're doing the kind of prep that, let's say, for example, Ferrari were doing last year in order to prepare for the year after, I'm happy with that. And we're seeing some sort of, you saw last year with Ferrari, they made huge gains towards the end of the season. If we see an indication of huge gains of McLaren towards the end of this season, it bodes well for next season.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It'll be, and Seidel was along the same lines. You know, let this be a good base and setup for next year. You know, Suzuka, I hope to God we're good at Suzuka, or you know, at least we show ourselves some sort of integrity, whereby we can at least look at next year, and you know, we hope to kick on. So you know, to Daniel's question, P4 is definitely still on. And to your point earlier about Daniel being on softs, because I was getting a bit like, how good are these upgrades if this is what Danny Rick is doing? But of course, he was on softs but
done well to make him last.
Yeah, no, he did phenomenally well to make him last. Big up Uzair, done one of our McLaren Donnies. Says perhaps our car is decent and Rick is just making it look trash. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I can't really argue with him making the car look trash for a while, but I don't think the car is decent, man. I have to just listen. I have to listen to what Lando's telling me and what Ricardo's telling me. The car is very difficult to drive. Don't suit any of their styles. We lacked downforce at the beginning of the season. It's really Norris just driving above and beyond at this point. I feel like the car has improved. I'm not going to deny that, especially since the summer breaks. It's made small improvements, but there were certain races like Spa we were nowhere. You know, there's ups and downs. There's too much fluctuation, but I feel like that's James Key trying to discover what the right balance is between slow corner speed and trying to have enough downforce for those corners and keep maintaining straight line speed. Because remember, we got that straight line speed back. We were the slowest team in the straight line speed, and now we're a decent team in the straight line speed. But we lost some of that downforce for the slow speed corner. So it's about really finding that compromise, that perfect balance. And it's really just an experiment year. We have to treat it as an experiment year.
Yeah, I'm happy to do so. I'm happy to see, even if we did finish fifth, right? But we finished fifth because Alpine actually had two people finish in the points, and maybe Ricardo was still acting as he's been this year. I'd still be like optimistic because if Lando can show us performances where we're looking at him and thinking, okay, there is something about this car, it's getting better, and if he's happy with it, mate, I'm more than delighted with it then. Because I trust his judgment on the whole thing. And he's always been a very cautious guy from day one. Do you know the ones? Like he's always stepped steady with it. We have to wait and see how the season goes in terms of how good the car is. Big up to Jose. He says, hi folks, hope all is well. Good weekend for us. Oh, let me tell you something, Jose. It's a beautiful weekend. Do you know how many things in my life went right? Okay, with my two McLaren boys. Oh, listen. It was a weekend to celebrate. Started off well in what on Saturday, of course, 12:30 kickoff, laying the smack down on Tottenham Hotspur. But then, obviously, when Danny Rick went out in Q1, because that kind of happened like at the same time as final whistle. So when that happened, I was like, oh, here we go. This is how it's gonna end. Yeah. Saturday ended okay. Sunday, however, fantastic. Watching Man United get pammed, and my two boys finishing in the top 5. Things you like to see. Scenes you like to see. So
beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. And Uzair says Norris better than Fraudsaw. Do you know what? I heard this debate. What's his name? Aldas put on a.
Chance to Aldas.
Big up to Aldas. Yeah,
Aldas is stirring, you know.
Listen, you see that guy?
He's a stirrer.
He sits there and he just says one grenade one. He sends one off. And he just waits there.
Aldas, if you're watching this, I know. I've seen him when he's tweeting in person. He's like, let me do this. He'll get it riled up. He did it again with this Norris Russell agenda.
Boy. And
Russell's his boy.
I see 50-50 all over the gaff for time. I see 50-50 for time. I said, whoa, guys, where are we? Where's the McLaren gang? Where are we? Listen, man. Russell, yes, he's not a bad driver, not by any stretch of the imagination. But for me, I'm taking Lando. The thing is, if you had Lando and Russell in the McLaren or in the Mercedes, right? If in its peak condition, who wins the championship out of those two?
I did this experiment on F1 Manager. Yeah, no bias involved, and Norris won.
Okay, you brought up F1 Manager. Okay, I've got something to say about this game because there's me, right? By the way, what do you play F1 Manager on?
I play it on PlayStation 5.
Okay, so you do it on the PS, right? So there's me, like I'm thinking, I play Football Manager, right? I play that on my laptop. I'm thinking, all right, let me go to Steam. Let's have a look, and I see Formula One managers there. Thinking, £45, it's a bit steep, but this is the times we're living in, right? I hit the purchase. I'm ready for this thing to install. I'm getting ready, bro. Why am I not able to install? Someone tell me why I'm not able to install this game. So I thought, bro, maybe I've purchased the wrong one. I go back, I check all the stats, I check everything I need to check, and then I see it asked me to do an upgrade on Steam. Calm, no problem. Updated Steam. Took up bare of my battery and took up bare of my memory as well on the Mac, right? Then it says I had an error because it asked me after the update. It said, now you can play the game. So I'm hitting play. There's no play button. So I see the comments underneath. I see it gives you like a little a detailed description of what's going on. This operating system does not support this game. I said, whoa, hang on a minute. Operating system. So there's me thinking, all right, let me update the Mac. Maybe there's always updates for days. I sometimes ignore. I update the Mac, and I'm telling you, my storage is on its knees right now. Yeah, but like this is a MacBook, right?
This game is bare storage as well.
The game was bare storage. I'm thinking, okay, cool. 2-2s now. How do I find out? Yeah, they've not brought this game out on Mac. They've not brought it out on the Apple software, bro. Are you joking me? Are you freaking kidding me, bro? This game is eliminated. How can they bring out a game where it's on Windows, it's on PS, it's on X, but it's everywhere? The only people suffering are us guys on the Apple, on the iOS. I was fuming, bruv. When I tell you I hit the instant refund straight away, and then I tweeted to F Manager. I said, it's a disgrace. How have you not got this on a Mac software?
F1 Manager, talk to us, man. Let us know, man. What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? Like, even for people who don't want to use the phone, you can't play on the phone. I'm thinking, nah, this is you, man, are bugging. This is a disgrace. How can the game not be on the Mac, blood? I'm fuming about that. And the thing is, bro, I was getting gassed all summer, all year when they spoke about because David, big up David, he plays he played is it Motorsport Manager? And it's like a kind of like a just like
I remember Motorsport Manager. I played.
You know what I'm saying? And he was saying like that was sick, innit? And it's like, yeah, but Formula One are bringing out their own thing. I said, yo, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that pack. That pack comes out and it's not available on iOS. Nah.
Yeah,
they mugged me off. They mugged me off.
2 drivers' championships with Norris.
That's my rant over. So you've won 2 titles with Norris in under McLaren.
Yeah. So the first year I had Oscar. Oscar weren't cutting the mustard at the high.
Was he not yet? I heard his ratings low, bro. I heard his
ratings low, and I was like, "Yo, I can't do this, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's costing me points."
Can they not improve as a driver? Can they not?
Yeah, I can improve. I put his stats up and stuff like that, but he's too haphazardous, man. Hopefully, he's not like that in real life. You know what I mean?
Hey,
he
listen.
just kept on binning it. He binned it out from the lead one time. I was like, "This is a disgrace. So get this guy out of it."
Hey, what do you sit and what do you watch all that practice? Do you sit through it, blood?
I do the whole thing. I was doing the whole thing. I called off. I called off for a bit because I was like, "This is turning into the Football Manager." You get me? My missus is looking at me like crazy. You get me? And I just said,
I'll tell you now, Football Manager ruined my uni career. My uni, my education. I'm in Serie A with Roma, blood. Yeah, like about 15 years deep. From like 09,
fake names,
bro. Fake names, bro. You know the ones. I'll tell you what.
Back to the point on Aldas, though. Back to the point on Aldas.
Yeah.
On this discussion about Russell and Norris. Yeah. So the vote closed now. 22,873 votes. Yeah. 52% in favor of Norris.
That's what I'm talking about.
So streets know.
The streets know. It's too close for comfort, though. It's too close for comfort. I said in 26,000 people.
I think it is close, though. I don't think it's like one's clearer the other one. I'll be honest. I'll be honest here. If I heard rumors or something like right now that Russell's coming to McLaren, I'll take that.
But do you think though? But do you not think? Here's where it separates the two, in my opinion. Like Russell had a mare on the weekend, right? And he can have a mare. He can definitely have a mare.
That was a bad race. I will tell you right now, because I was literally watching it and I was thinking, this might be top 5 worst performance this year of any driver.
Oh, for sure.
He had an absolute stinker of a race.
Bro, and that's the thing. Do you see that in Norris? Do you see one of those performances coming out of Norris?
I don't remember. He don't make mistakes. What mistakes?
Bro, I've seen Russell a few times. And he's a brilliant, listen, he's fast. He's a good driver. Don't get it twisted. But there is some mares in him.
I've seen him crash under a safety car. I've seen Russell crash into Bottas and do slap his helmet and say,
and then try come to him.
I've seen him bin it in quali in Austria this year. Trying to copy Lewis. I'm saying there's both of them came into F1 same year, yeah. It was him, Albon, Norris, yeah?
Norris, yeah.
I'm telling you now, Russell's had way more howlers than Norris. I'm trying to think of when I've said, Norris, you stunk today.
I don't know.
And I'll tell you right now, honestly, on this show right now, I will not hold back. If Norris had a stinker, I'll tell you guys. I'm not protecting nobody here. Same way, if Ricardo had a stinker, I wouldn't protect him either. We'd be honest here, because it's McLaren over the actual drivers. We care about the team.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm being totally honest here. First of all, when was the last time he crashed? Miami, what even his fault? Gasly was moving mad.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even his fault. Only time that he crashed and I was thinking, okay, maybe this is his fault, was in Spa last year, and that was red flag conditions. They red flagged the race because it was raining too much. He shouldn't have been out there in the first place. So, and the worst thing about that session was in Q1 and Q2, he was bodying the grid. He was bodying everybody. He was putting seconds on Max Verstappen's head. He was absolutely clear in that quality.
It's facts, bro.
So, what mistakes am I seeing? Well, I'm trying to think of his first year. Nate's saying Spa last year. Is it a howler? It was red flag condition. They shouldn't even been on the track anyway. If you look at Q1 and Q2, you're dead in everybody. So is it really a howler?
He duppied all. I'm not having that as a howler. It wasn't safe to race.
Marshall said Vettel drove by and said we shouldn't be out here when he saw the crash on Norris. That was a big shunt.
But obviously, Vettel's teamwork now, isn't it? So obviously, I take everything Vettel says with a pinch of salt because I'm like, nah, listen, I remember that. Listen, I can't let go of Vettel 2010 to 13.
No, but he told
guy.
the truth though. But one thing I'll tell you about Vettel, he knows the sport though, and he said we shouldn't even be out here. On Spark Q3 said, why are we even driving right now? Just pause the session. And Lando was the first guy on track. What happens? Nobody's clearing water for him. So I'm not going to say that's a howler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I don't think it was a howler. Not saying it's hard to compare Norris to Russell. Russell has always had a trash car. First year, new car tax for George.
Was there really new car tax for Norris when he had his first season? Though?
Here's the thing, though.
Right. I remember him in Canada putting Max on the ropes before his brakes went on fire.
You know, after you know, when we saw what George did in that Mercedes and Sakir before he actually moved to the team, like that did make me think, right, okay, I need to take this guy a little bit more seriously than I do because I never took him seriously.
It's Bottas though.
But it's Bottas. But how can he jump in there and slap up Bottas like that? That can't be allowed. Surely that's not allowed when Bottas has had how many years of experience with that Mercedes?
Them man put them. They put Russ in a situation where he could win a race and then realize, oh shit, we can't make Bottas look bad here because if he beats Bottas, we need to give him a contract now. We need to boot Bottas out of the team and give. There was a conspiracy going on in that race though. Russell should have won that race.
What with them tires, yeah?
Boy, I don't know what's going on there. I've never seen that mistake before in my life. What's happening here?
Oh dear. Nathaniel also says, does the FIA give Hamilton his title due to Red Bull going over cost cap? Yo, this cost cap thing is a bit mad. Like when it was all kicking off on Saturday, Friday.
Kick everybody out except for McLaren.
Yeah, I'm
them
all
top
for
three.
It,
kick them top three teams out right now.
Do you think the man will get hit though? Do you think they'll get hit?
I don't know, man.
Where do you think that? Because I can't lie. Horner looks worried. Like Horner looks a bit worried.
I'll be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
You cannot put regulations out, yeah, and not put the enforcement activity. What's going to happen?
True.
For certain things, like if there is no clarity, if there are loopholes, listen. I'll tell you something. I used to work in regulations and drafting regulations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You cannot, and I'll tell you right now, have blatant loopholes in those regulations. The Red Bull and all these teams, these top teams, are going to pay lawyers to find those loopholes. You get what I'm saying? When people find loopholes in regulations, it doesn't mean it's illegal. It's legal.
Yeah.
A loophole means it's legal. They found a way to do something legally
to do it.
Prior to them actually doing it, they'll check if it's legal or not. If this loophole is going to work out, can it hold up in court? Is it breaking the regulation that's been written? If you retrospectively say now, oh no, that's illegal now, you can't do anything about it.
True.
If I've got a loophole to park on some permit bit, but I know a legal loophole, whatever, you can't give me tickets. Retrospectively say, oh no, you parked there for 2 weeks, I'm going to give you a £200 ticket now. No, because at that time it was legally, I found the loophole and it was legally in place. So nothing's going to happen. Maybe a slap on the wrist, maybe a fine, maybe a change. But when have you ever seen a title stripped for someone a year later in any sport?
True. No, true. I can't see it going that far, definitely not. But I am wondering, like, you know, because Williams got hit, didn't they? Williams got hit a little bit this year, and okay, it was a fine of like 25k or whatever it was, but they got hit nonetheless. But
they got submitted. They submitted it late. If you submit it late, you're gonna get hit. That's just dumb.
Yeah, theirs was just submitting late, wasn't it? But they said it from day. They told them, man, yo, we're coming late, okay? Just so you're aware. Big up AMG Dens. Where's this Don been?
Where you been, bro?
Where have you been, blood? You know what I'm saying? He's on track, bruv. You see that? I see man's got the new steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? I see you, bruv. This guy's been on track, bro. He's been on track.
When you gonna have the Tribute McLaren TV livery, bro? We need that.
I lie. We need that pack for sure. For sure. Just checking on these other comments here. Big up Daniel messaging a lot. Big up yourself. Lando Norris equals Silver War.
It'll get nasty. It'll get nasty.
It will get nasty. McLaren has to buy Piastri out of his Alpine contract. Has to buy out Piastri's Alpine contract. He's missing driving time in that MCL. Well, as in just get him out now, like just get him out of there now.
I was thinking this the other day. I was thinking
he needs the time.
Why is he still at Alpine right now?
He needs to, yeah, for
he
sure.
Needs to be at least in the simulator prepping for next season. No,
it's true, man. It's true because it literally, we've divorced, but I'm still living in the house.
It's orcs.
Like, it's orcs.
Unless you're stealing data, brother. And they're not giving him any data for next season.
Of course they're not. Of course they're not.
Buy him out for the last couple of months of his contract so we can embed him in the team. So at least he's in the sim developing next year's car.
Yeah,
next year's iteration of the car. It needs to be, because we know this McLaren is a very difficult car to drive. Look how Daniel Ricciardo settled in. We can't have this guy getting in this car thinking, oh, wow, this is completely different to how the Alpine is. And it probably is. It definitely is. Bro, so we need to get him assimilated and in the team early doors.
Make no mistake. As soon as the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is done and it hits midnight and it becomes November 21st, Piastri is bedecked in orange and black. Just know he's already got the key. He's already got his kit. He's just waiting for the time to just tick over. Let it hit midnight. Ping, I'm in. Now, straight to the testing. No, there's no holiday. Ain't no Christmas for me, boy. Straight to the testing. So, yeah, it's true. I think we could do with him having some vital time there. Man said it's pending. he's gonna give us the source.
Give us the Vodafone thing.
Oh, I'll tell you what. If you can give us the Vodafone, yeah. All right, I see you, cuz. Big up yourself anyway. But yeah, bro, it's been a good race weekend. Yeah, it's been a good race day. I want to know what your thoughts are. Give me your driver ratings out of 10, man. Let me know what you're saying. What are you telling me?
Driver ratings out of 10. I'm gonna give Lando Norris a 9 out of 10 because what more can he do? I think the thing that will push him over to the 10 is to get a podium. If he had a podium, that's 10 out of 10.
That's that podium.
The fact that he was lapping around the same laps as Sainz in a bloody McLaren. Insane.
Big up Lawrence. Big up who? Lawrence? Big up yourself. Yeah. What?
Lawrence. Come on, brother.
What?
Come on.
You done though, man. What do you mean? Man said I'm here to spread that Lando prop. Yeah. Big up yourself, man. Hey, listen, we're gonna, bro. When I say these next 2-3 years, I'm gonna be in everyone's face, blood, papaya and black, bro, in every head top. Are you mad? You know, we just started. This is the thing.
I'd love if they changed up the color scheme next year, and you'd be like,
I thought that on the way home. Today I was like, these man in it, because I'm seeing obviously how they tried to dance a little bit with the Singapore livery. Yeah, they tried to dance with us. I said, they've got itchy again, haven't they? They've got itchy again, bro. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? If it happens, like if we go to the Chrome or if we go to whatever thing, we have to switch up the styling. That's all it is. We just got to switch it up.
It's gonna change up eventually, but for now, Lando's performance outstanding. I don't want to give him a 10 because that's too much gas.
No, it's too much gas.
9.
If you got in the podium though, if you got in the podium, I'd say there.
Yeah, but I needed them one of those engines to conk out, man.
What's Danny Rick telling me? What are you saying out of 10?
Quality's putting him down, so I'm gonna say 7. But it was a good recovery drive still.
It's a fantastic recovery, and he got a good start.
It's all good and well to say, oh, he lucked out because of the safety car and blah, 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 blah. The actual strategy was to do this anyway. I don't think people are clocking that. They told Lando, you need to go long. They told Daniel, we're going long. So you're driving those inters until it's the crossover.
Singapore Grand Prix has never not had a safety car. Since it joined the grid, it's had a safety car every race. You plan. You plan for it
right now. So McLaren, what they did was they said there's going to be safety cars. If a safety car comes in between this lap and this lap, you're coming in.
Here's what we're doing.
And we went long, the same way that McLaren went long in Italy as well. They went long with Lando, very long, and he managed to get himself into a good position. The pit stop was slow, but if it wasn't slow, he could have eked out maybe a position in front of Hamilton. Yesterday, Sunday.
Sunday, them ones.
They execute the strategy perfectly.
It was
especially Ricciardo. Ricciardo jumped up hella places, and let's respect what Ricciardo did on that first lap as well. He jumped bare.
Oh yeah, he jumped 3 guys first lap. Calm. Nice.
Listen, I'm not gonna run an agenda on him because he's leaving or anything like that. If he does a good drive, I have to give him he's done a good drive. He's done a decent drive. And when we talk about a good drive, it has to be based on what he's done previously this year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not gonna compare it to his drives at Red Bull, Renault, whatever. It's the improvement based on what he's performed like this year. I feel like this is one of his best races this year.
Absolutely. No, it's definitely it's his best race this year for sure. You know, as you were talking, it did make me think, you know, because I had Danny Rick at a good 9 as well, just purely because of what the car he has, how his season has been, the fact that he finished in the top 5. It's his best race this year. I was thinking 9. I'm going to bring it down to an 8, just with all things considered. Quali is pain. You know, quali was pain. So it is what it is. He did a good drive at the end of the day. And let's just hope that they continue to progress, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Suzuka, they're going back there as well. Love that circuit, man. I hope we do
top 3, man.
I hope we do good, man. Yeah, definitely.
Gran Turismo heritage.
Sure. Gran Turismo, you know. Hey, what did that man know about Gran Turismo, man?
Heritage.
You know them ones, yeah. So, you know, hopefully we can continue on. And yeah, man, I can't believe it, bro. We're still P4. Like, we're back to P4 in the constructors. You know what I'm saying? What are we giving the team then? What are we giving the team out of 10?
So strategy 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, isn't it? Really?
I can't really complain about strategy whatsoever. Pit stops, I actually checked the times, but I think we were quite good on the pit stops.
We didn't have anything that cost us, so that's good.
Yeah, we didn't lose any positions or anything like that.
That's good.
Upgrades, perfect.
Yeah,
worked out because it was only on one car. We could see the pace differential between the two cars.
And we have to pick up James Key, you know. We have to pick him up
James Key, man.
Because we put that press on him, man. When we see how that car's behaving,
it said arrest him, bro. Arrest James Key. You're on bail now, cuz.
Yeah, he's on bail. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how he gets on in the next couple of races. Anyway, it's what is it, Suzuka, and then is it Kota? I think it's Kota after that. Then it's
no. Is Mexico before Kota or after?
I thought Mexico was after. I thought Mexico was after because don't they go to like Brazil?
Bloody schedule, mate. No, it's US. It's US and then Mexico still.
Because I just thought they go Mexico to Brazil.
October's packed.
Oh, October is a fast, blood. It's rap.
7th of October, Japan. No, 9th of October, Japan. 23rd, United States. 30th, Mexico.
Yeah,
we'll be there for all of them, guys.
Let's be very clear. Are we allowed to reveal what's going to happen on Sunday, or we have to keep that under the wraps?
No, we've got to keep it.
We're going to keep it on the wraps. On the wraps. Yeah.
You'll see, guys. Don't worry about it.
You will see it.
We'll talk about it on next Tuesday.
It is an early race, guys. So don't forget, yeah. Japan, get your clocks early, yeah, for this race.
What time is it? 6 a.m. innit?
6 a.m.
Listen, the real hardcore man watching 6 a.m. I remember being a child. Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
Get me.
That video you put of Kimi Räikkönen though, dancing on that Renault. Oh, bro, mate.
I was screaming down my house early in the morning.
Guys, make sure you follow at McLaren Fan TV on Twitter, because the content we're going to be throwing on there as well, just nostalgic moments, blood. I was reliving that moment when I saw that. I was like,
same commentary. Who's that commentator? What's his name again? Alan? Son Alan.
Yeah, I've got Alan somewhere as well. It's not Charles Allen. I forgot his name. James Allen.
He was cold.
Bro, he was good, you know. Man. He was good, you know. He's very good. You know the ones.
Him and Brundle. And he succeeded after Murray, you know what I mean?
And then Jim Rosenthal to present the show, bro. A little Rosenthal. I was all in, man. I was all in the fields.
Real hardcore, man. We're watching Suzuka at night.
I hope that the Americans and Canadians, because what time is that for them? Is that like a 1 a.m.?
East Coast America, that's going to be 1 a.m., 12.
1 a.m.
West Coast America, them man are watching it because that's like 8 p.m. for them.
Yeah, it's light work.
10, you know what I mean? It's light work for them. Obviously, the people that live out there in Singapore, shout out to anybody else from Singapore, Japan, that side of the world, Oceania, you get me, Australia, New Zealand. I know I've got a couple of people from New Zealand that watch us.
Wicked.
Listen, McLaren Fan TV, we're building this platform, guys. If you want to have your say, hit us up on Twitter. Our DMs are open. Yes. We'll have you on this show. We want to hear everybody's point of view on it.
Absolutely.
Even if you're a Lando fan, Daniel fan, Oscar Piastri fan, let us know. We want to hear more from Oscar Piastri fans. We want to know more about Oscar Piastri.
Educate us, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. And yeah, we're going to be getting McLaren fans all over the world. That's our aim, getting all over the world McLaren fans to be on this channel, have this channel, talk on this channel. We talk all things Formula One, all things McLaren, really. And let it be a biased show, bruv. Agenda have to run. So it's one of them ones. You know, until I guess if there's anything else, I don't know if you've got anything else you wanted to say towards the end there, mate. By the way, Ferrari. Let me laugh real quickly on Ferrari, because even when Sergio Perez has a 5-second penalty, yeah, and Charles Leclerc decides, you know what, I'm just gonna lay off this year, because you know how he was chasing him and it was like 5 seconds and he was like, nah, it's too far, I had to give up. And then they get a 5-second penalty, Red Bull. Yet Leclerc's nowhere to be found. He can't even capitalize on that mess.
I heard it was body degradation. What the hell is that? Why does Ferrari go all these excuses? Body degradation. What the hell are you talking about? We talk about tire deck, not body deck. What's this about?
Hey, well, I'm to Nate, blood. I said you could only post nostalgia. Your team has been trash, respectfully.
All right. Chill out.
Since Hamilton left. Hey, Nate, that's not nice.
We won a race
not
last
nice.
We've got multiple podiums.
That's not nice.
We're the only team that is not Red Bull, Mercedes, or Ferrari that had a podium this year.
Facto.
This is just facts. That's all I can say. You get what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you what, we will get one more podium before the end of the year. There's one more in the can for us.
Let them upgrades cook. Let it be Suzuka. Oh my god.
Oh, let it be.
Oh my god. If it's Suzuka, oh, you crazy.
Oh, I'll tell you what, let it be. That's all I can say. Let it be, people. Let it be. Unless you got anything else, Mahad, I think we can sayonara as the last podcast on this channel.
This channel, no more McLaren Fan TV. We'll have it on the McLaren Fan TV channel. We'll upload this episode on the McLaren Fan TV channel. Please click on the link. I put the link in the comments, I think.
Yes,
and subscribe to that channel right now. We're going to be uploading on there. We will be there next week. We will be there for Mexico. We'll be there for the United States. We'll be there for Interlagos. We'll be there for all the races for the rest of the season. And in the off season as well, we're going to be here. So please subscribe. We're building something here, and please reach out to us if you want to come on, guys.
It's gonna be so friggin' lit, bro. I've just put the link on the chat there. So copy and paste that. Get subscribing, and content is gonna be going there faster than you can realize. But yes, people, until next week on the new channel, it is lights out from us from McLaren Fan TV. Peace.